Hey, my name is Florent Morin, I'm a video games designer and I have a question for you. Do you enjoy being on drugs? Maybe you don't know you're on drugs. I didn't know I was, but then I read The Endless World. In this graphic novel, illustrator Blain meets with the engineer Jancovici to have an in-depth conversation about climate change. Jancovici explains that to properly size the situation we are in, we need to understand our relationship to energy. For a long time, we humans have been held back in our actions by our limited physical strength. But then we discovered we could harness other sources of energy. Well, hello there. First we used animals, and then the wind, and then fossil fuels. A very powerful steroid indeed. Jancovici argues that using fossil fuels in our endeavors is like wearing an Iron Man costume. It makes us artificially stronger. We can accomplish more, and that has been a powerful help in our quest for domination over nature, comfort and growth. But like any drugs, fossil fuel use comes with a price. It hurts the balance of the systems we depend on to live on this planet. And like with any drugs, withdrawal is complicated. Our lives seem way nicer with fossil fuels, to the point that reverting back to a more frugal way of living seems impossible. And yet, Jancovici is clear. Although he sees nuclear power as a temporary means to fight our addiction, some kind of methadone, if you will, he also states that our future on the planet depends on our ability to scale down to a more reasonable relationship with energy. I guess this is a realization the characters in Ithaca, our game about climate resistance, will have to be confronted with at some point in the story. Because, like with any drugs, the first step towards recovery is to admit we have an addiction problem.